Hello everybody, it's me again, Laura, and today I thought I'd do something a little different. Today I will be doing a tag called the Secret History tag. This is a tag I invented based on the book The Secret History by Donna Tartt, shockingly enough. I read this book many years ago and I had many mixed feelings about it, but it inspired some interesting questions I thought I would turn into a tag. So I'm just gonna go down the line, answer my questions, and if you want to do the tag too, go for it. I'd be interested in what everyone has to say. So let's do it. The Secret History tag. Question 1. Did you want to go to a small liberal arts college? I did want to go to a small liberal arts college. I had a dream of sort of the classic New England liberal arts experience with the changing fall leaves and the small community and making friends and being out of my comfort zone as I'm coming from the big city. I'm from LA, and I thought it would be nice to get a change of scenery. I applied to a lot of small liberal arts schools, but I ended up choosing NYU and going to NYU for screenwriting, which is a very LA thing to do, I guess. But I did dream of going to small liberal arts colleges, and had my top choices let me in, I probably would have ended up living my dream. But as it was, I chose another dream, and I lived that dream, and it was really fun. And NYU was awesome once I figured out what it was I wanted to do there. I started as an English major, and then eventually switched to the art school Tisch and studied screenwriting. This leads me to question 2. So question 2, did you study classics, English, or another humanities subject? I initially went to NYU as an English major, but there were a lot of requirements to fill, so I don't think I technically really took any English major courses other than writing the essay, which wasn't exactly thrilling because I knew how to do that. And I took a Proust seminar where we read the whole of Proust, but the professor and I did not get along for various reasons, and I did not love it. Do not love Proust. And then eventually I discovered I actually wanted to be doing creative writing, so I migrated over to the Tisch School of the Arts because NYU is made up of lots of different little schools, and I studied screenwriting there, and it was a ton of fun. And then I fulfilled my dreams of sort of a small liberal arts college in New England thing by going to Old England for my master's program, where I studied writing for young people, and it was the small community, and I got the weather and the academia and all that fun stuff I wanted. So I got the big city, then I got the little Old English city because I was in Bath, and that was cool too. So yeah. Question 3, what's your favorite thing about the humanities? I think part of my favorite thing is the perception of the humanities in popular culture, and it's this kind of idealized, romantic set of studies, whereas obviously math and science are much more practical, whereas humanities gives people visions of, either being in libraries, tip-tapping away on the computer or writing in your notebook, or like sitting under a tree reading a book and traipsing around a museum, taking notes and having big thoughts. And in real life, I think what I like about the humanities is that I was always good at things that fell under that umbrella, whereas math and science were not so much my thing, and I kind of felt at home in the humanities. So I guess my reasons are both idealized and selfish, but I think those are good reasons. Question 4, what is your favorite old-timey word or phrase? I have so many favorite old-timey words or phrases. I don't really use them in everyday life, but I love phrases like old sport and old salt, like, hey, want to go watch the sports with me, old salt? Or, hey, pass the salt, old sport, that kind of thing. I also really like I'll be there with bells on. I really like that one, and I do occasionally say that in real life. And then I like ones that you don't really say as much, like the cat's meow kind of things, or the bee's knees, which I could say, I guess, more in everyday life. But basically, I like old sport, old salt, be there with bells on. I'm sure there are tons of others I love, but those leap to mind. Question 5, do you have any hideous secrets? I do have a hideous secret or two. So the answer is yes, I do have hideous secrets. Question 6. Have you ever fallen under the spell of a charismatic professor only to discover they're simply a sad old person who peaked many years ago? I have to say I've witnessed others fall under the spell, but I myself have not. I am a much more discerning person than your average student, so if there were someone trying to manipulate me and maybe get me to do things I wouldn't want to be doing, it's like I'm going to notice that. I'm going to notice them drugging the wine at the salons they're holding. I'm going to notice the rhetoric they're using to try to trick me into doing their bidding. It's just kind of who I am. I'm a suspicious person, so I'm not going to be falling under any spells from any professors. And yeah, I'm going to notice if they're just like a sad person who peaked too soon, and maybe they have good reasons for doing what they're doing to try and manipulate their students, but it's not going to work on me. Question 7. Have you ever murdered someone with a group of friends? No. Absolutely not. Question 8. Have your friends ever kept hidden their secret murder pact from you? Well, I guess I wouldn't know if people were keeping a secret murder pact hidden from me because they're doing a good job of it. And if they weren't doing a good job of it, it wouldn't be a secret murder pact, now would it? Question 9. What would your name be if you were a decaying specter of drunken ennui? This is a good question. I think my name, if I were a decaying specter of drunken ennui, would be something like Petunia Hagendorfen. Petunia Hagendorfen. That might be a little too jolly. Maybe not Petunia. That's very, that would be like a big leap there. Maybe something like Dorrit Lumiere. Yes. If I were a decaying specter of drunken ennui, my name would be Dorrit Lumiere. Petunia Hagen, whatever, can go suck it, because I am Dorrit Lumiere. Dorrit Lumiere. Dorrit Lumiere. Dorrit Lumiere! And finally, question 10. If somebody murdered you and chopped your body up into lots of different pieces, where would you want the pieces hidden? So this is like obviously taking a little departure from the secret history and the murder that happens there, but I thought it just simply, while dramatic, was not dramatic enough. So if I were chopped up into like a bunch of different pieces and my pieces then hidden, I would say like how you sprinkle a little ashes everywhere. I think it would be kind of interesting if they did something like that, and that would confuse the police as well if they found, like a finger in the ocean or a lock of hair in the Haunted Mansion ride at Disneyland. Perhaps like a little piece could be under my own floorboards, perhaps also like within the walls of some high school enemies, just to stir the pot a bit. I don't really remember if I have high school enemies, but if I did, my murderer would know and would hide the pieces there, I would hope. I'm also thinking like my favorite restaurant. That would be a nice tribute. Maybe at both my alma maters, simply because this is the secret history tag and it's centered around school and that kind of academic interest. So basically, I think I would want it like that, like something spread amongst places I loved or hated to trick the police and make it more of a sensational occurrence. So yeah, that's where I would want my body hidden if it was chopped into lots of different pieces in lots of different places. Okay, so that has been the secret history tag. If you would also like to do it, please do it. I want to know what your names would be if you were decaying specters of drunken ennui. I'm curious about your secret murder pacts, and I just am looking forward to seeing what everyone has to say. So I will be back next time with another video about reading or writing or something fun. Bye.